welcome back to the channel. I'm Katrina Darcell. So, there's a document circulating right now that makes claims about Jay-Z and his alleged ties to Jeffrey Epstein. It's labeled Unclassified, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Crisis Intake, and is dated July 10th, 2019. The problem is a lot of what's being said about this document simply isn't true. So let's slow things down, take the emotion out of it, and walk through what this document actually is, what it really says, and what it absolutely does not say. First, let's start with the basics, because this part is getting completely misunderstood. This is not an indictment. It is not a court filing. It is not a finding of fact. This document is an FBI crisis intake report. Apparently, a crisis intake report is essentially a tip log. It's created when someone contacts the FBI, in this case through the National Threat Operations Center, to report information. At that stage, the FBI agent's job is not to verify, investigate, or prove anything. Their role is simply to document what the caller says and categorize the information so it can be routed appropriately. Think of it like a 911 call log. It records the claim, not the conclusion. One of the biggest sources of confusion is the subject line, Jeffrey Epstein, child trafficking. People are reading that as if it's a factual determination. It's not. The FBI uses subject lines to route information under the broadest applicable statute, especially in cases involving Jeffrey Epstein, who was already linked to crimes involving minors. And here's something really important to understand. The document itself never states the alleged victim's age. There's no age listed, no birth year, and no language like minor or under 18. The text doesn't mention anything beyond that, like drugging, assault, or participation. That's people adding narrative that isn't in the document. This is why reports like the crisis intake are easy to weaponize. They sound official. They have FBI letterhead. These are unverified allegations captured at the moment someone made a phone call. They reflect what was claimed, not proven. We can take allegations seriously without distorting documents. We can care about alleged victims without spreading misinformation. And we can read critically without dismissing or exaggerating what's actually written. If we're going to have real conversations about accountability, abuse, and power, they have to start with accuracy. Be skeptical of anyone telling you the document says more than it does. Thanks for listening.